अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम।
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Shall we start now? Boys, Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
Yes ma'am.
Shall we begin?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Today, I'm planning to take up the first prose lesson, that is My Mother by APJ Abdul Kalam. So now, before we proceed further, tell me, what do you know about Abdul Kalam? Sir, for some time you unmute, you unmute them so that they can.
Missile Man of India.
He is the missile man of India. Very good.
Former President of India.
Former President of India.
Yes.
And
He is the missile man of India.
He
missile
was a
man,
great scientist.
a very great scientist. Yes.
Great scientist ma'am.
Yeah, he was a very great scientist. And what else?
He was from Kerala.
Kerala.
He was from Rameshwaram.
Rameshwaram.
Rameshwaram. And what else?
His father was the Imam of mosque.
His father was the Imam of a mosque. And
He worked in ISRO.
he worked in ISRO. What was his IQ? Any idea about his IQ?
Save a world.
Hello.
Any idea about what was his IQ?
He think about others.
200.
200, no, not exactly.
150.
147. His IQ was 147. Below him were Stephen Hawkins at 140 and Abraham Lincoln at 128. This is just some extra bit of information about APJ Abdul Kalam. Now, do you want me to start your lesson? That is a small, this is actually a description of his mother from from his autobiography, My Journey. APJ Abdul Kalam wrote his autobiography, My Journey, in which he devoted one full chapter to his mother. Now, we are given a small extract from that chapter. So before we move on, do you want to watch a documentary on APJ Abdul Kalam's life, or you want me to start the lesson straight away?
Documentary.
Or then later on you should not say, ma'am was showing us these videos and all, and she was wasting our time.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All of you want to watch it? See, because
Yes, ma'am.
I thought it will explain most of the things that you are going to find in this description, plus something interesting. Anyhow, we are not very much short of time to complete our portion, so let's just watch. Kazim sir, you mute all of them.
Why? Muted.
Can you see
Yes.
Yes.
Abdul Kalam's sketch on your screen? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We can see, ma'am.
Okay.
He was an intelligent person.
Now, please, this picture is not the actual picture. It seems I did a fact check. This is not Abdul Kalam's family picture.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Your voice is very slow.
This
Not
is the
audible, ma'am.
maximum I can share, beta.
No audible, ma'am. No.
It is not audible, ma'am.
See, you use headphones, then I think it would be.
Madam, we are using headphones. That also. We are using headphones.
Using that, ma'am.
Okay. Volume is maximum, beta.
No, ma'am, you have to share
Ma'am,
that computer
share
sound.
the, yeah, ma'am.
Computer sound, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me try it later on.
Ma'am, your volume is so low.
Ma'am, the voice is very low, ma'am.
No, beta, like see, here the volume is maximum.
Ma'am, there will be,
While
while you're
sharing,
screen sharing, there will be options, ma'am. So
Yes,
in
ma'am.
that,
Yes, ma'am.
share computer sound will be there.
I
Yes, ma'am.
don't see any options now.
Ma'am, a green color bar will be on the screen.
Yeah, it's
Top.
there. You are screen sharing. I don't see any.
View options, ma'am. Please click on view options, and there will be share
There are no
computer sound.
options seen here. That's what.
At right hand, there will be 3 dots.
It's
Yes, ma'am. In the bar top right, there will be 3 dots.
record on computer, record on cloud, hide.
Not recording, madam.
Yeah, ma'am. Below that.
Share computer sound.
Yes,
Ah,
ma'am.
yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. That one.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can hear. Okay, let me try.
Culminated with
Yes,
numerous achievements.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
after a short
Yes,
break,
ma'am. Not
another
any.
office of
We
huge
can hear, ma'am.
onus was
No, we
waiting
are.
for him.
It is audible.
In the year of 2002, a real visionary and a man of high character, Dr. Kalam, took the reins of the country as the President of India. By assuming his duties, he became the Supreme Commander of Army, Navy, and Air Force. It's all due to his sheer efforts and contributions. He earned the title of People's President.
पर्दे तो डालना शुरू कर पूरे पर्दे.
Once, answering the questions of students, he gave the mantra of success.
Sir, I would like to hear from you a few tips for the upcoming generation to succeed in life.
Well, succeeding life, I have already told you.
Yes, sir.
You have to do 4 things, okay? Number 1, repeat with me. Number 1, you repeat.
Number 1,
Great aim.
great aim.
I will have great aim.
I will have great aim.
I will
I will
continuously acquire knowledge. Continuously acquire knowledge.
continuously acquire knowledge.
Oh, I will do hard work.
I will do hard work.
I will persevere
I will persevere
and succeed.
and succeed.
Okay, that's the mantra.
Thank you, sir.
President Kalam always stressed on the need of honest effort. He emphasized on the need of clear vision for the holistic development of the nation. It will only make India as a world power and best place to live in the world.
As we say in India, where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is an order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
Dr. Kalam, a human being from the heart and soul. As the President of India, he visited to the riots-hit areas of Gujarat and tried to give a healing touch to the victims. Not only this, he also met with the ruined families of Bhopal gas tragedy. As a president, he broke the myth that the top office is powerless and the incumbent is just a rubber stamp. During his tenure, he refused to approve Office of Profit Bill. In this bill, Union government tried to exempt some of the parliamentarians who were the incumbent of executive positions. Dr. Kalam was against the pick and choose policy of the government and suggested to make the exemption list in the bill more purposeful. President Kalam was against death sentence. He reverts back about 50 cases for the reconsideration. In a lecture delivered at Hyderabad National Police Academy in 2005, he asked why only the people of poor background were on the death row. The only mercy plea that Dr. Kalam rejected was from Dhananjay Chatterjee, a lift operator. Dhananjay was convicted rape and killing young girl in Kolkata in 2004. People's President bid adieu to Rashtrapati Bhavan on 25 July 2007. But this was not the end of his pursuit. He perpetually worked to make India a world power. To achieve this goal, Dr. Kalam opted teaching.
After failing for 6 times, I got a job offer from one of the largest companies in the world. एक दिन मैं ऐसे ही जा रहा था तो वहाँ पे न्यूज़पेपर
Speak now. You are a good fellow. Yes.
Sir, I am poor English. Study in Malayalam medium.
മലയാളത്തിൽ പറ.
At present, what are the major strengths and weakness of our India?
What are the
Major strengths
major strength? What are the major strength of India?
and weakness of our India.
And weakness. Fantastic boy. What class you are studying?
7th standard.
7th standard. Okay. Now, strength of India. What the major strength of India? You guys. That is 600 million youth. Major strength of India, 600 million youth. Okay?
Okay.
So the youth, repeat with me, ignited mind, all of you, ignited mind
United mind
of the youth
of the youth.
is the most powerful resource
This is what
on the earth,
on the earth,
above the earth,
about the earth,
under the earth.
under the earth.
You said, what is the weakness of India? Weakness of India. What is the weakness of India? Weakness of India, without vision, a nation dies without vision. You must have a vision, okay? Great vision.
Thank you,
okay?
sir.
Great vision.
As a visiting professor to IIMs, IITs, and several reputed institutions, he started mentoring young generation to fulfill his mission. He also served as a chancellor of the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. When I am dead, do not declare a holiday. Instead, work a day extra. These were Dr. Kalam's profound words and hold true especially today. It was during his lectures at Indian Institute of Management, Shillong on 27 July 2015 that he suddenly collapsed and declared dead due to massive cardiac arrest. Dr. Kalam has been an avid writer and has been an author of many books. In his literary pursuit, 4 of Dr. Kalam's books, Wings of Fire, India 2020, A Vision for the New Millennium, My Journey, Ignited Minds, Unleashing the Power Within India, have become household names in India and among the Indian nationals abroad. These books have been translated in many Indian languages. His journey started from Rameshwaram and reached to Rashtrapati Bhavan with an aim and which continues till he took his last breath. Today, Dr. Kalam is not with us, but his teachings are leading us to achieve new milestones in the realm of science, technology, and all vital affairs of life.
So, you liked it, boys?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
It was interesting, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, actually, I was thinking of sharing one more this thing. The last 8 hours of APJ Abdul Kalam. Let me just see where I have stored it. Anyway, we'll do that later on towards the end of the lesson. So now let's go back to our text.
Yes, ma'am.
There were 2-3 nice videos that I wanted to share.
APJ Abdul Kalam was father of scientist, ma'am.
Father of
Science. Father of science, ma'am.
yeah. Now let's stop this and this one I wanted to. This is a movie made on his life, though we don't find actual Abdul Kalam here. But is the volume too high?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is our position?
I'll post it on the group. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
This is a representational movie showing his, hometown Rameshwaram and his childhood days and all. Just watch it.
Are you playing it now, ma'am?
These are the salt fields of Rameshwaram.
Ma'am, I cannot see the screen.
Yes,
Not did screen sharing, ma'am.
Acha, I'm sorry.
Screen share, ma'am.
Just a minute, okay. Let me. Most of this we will find in the essay.
கொஞ்சம் பாரு, கதைய கொஞ்சம் பாரு. சேவல் மொழிக்கு முன்ன பிறக்கிறானே கண்ண, இந்த சிறுவனோட கதைய கேளு, எழுப்பிடுவண்ண எழுப்பிடுவண்ண. மழையடிக்க உடல் நனைஞ்சு மரத்தடியில் ஒதுங்கினவன் சேதித்தால திறந்த பையன் அவனையும் தான் திறந்துக்கிட்டானே. ஒரு விமானம் பத்தி ஒரு பத்தி ஒண்ணு அதில் இருக்க பக்கம் இருந்த படத்தை அவன் வெட்டி வீட்டில் ஒட்டிக்கிட்டானே. கடல் காத்தில் ஏவுகண பறக்குமே, அவன் கனவு எல்லாம் எண்ணி காற்று பழிக்குமே. முதக்கீத்து வீழு முன்னே மொத்த சேதி படிச்சிடுவான், மிச்சம் இருக்கும் காகிதத்தில் ஏவுகண மடிச்சிடுவான். ஏலாரங்கடியோ ஏலாரங்கடியோ ஏலாரங்கடி ஏலாரங்கடியோ 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 ஏலாரங்கடி ஏலாரங்கடியோ. புயலு காத்த எழுத்துக்கிட்டு மேக மேல ஏறிக்கிட்டு பருந்து ஒண்ணு பறந்திடத்தான் பார்த்து நின்னானே. மிதிவண்டி ஏறிக்கிட்டு சூரியனே வாரது போல் விடியும் முன்ன சூரியனா வீசி போனானே.
These are the salt fields of Rameshwaram.
சேதித்தாள முதலாளா திறக்கிறதும் திறக்கிறதும் கனவுக்குள்ள கனவு கட்டி இருக்கிறதும். இந்தியாவுக்கு சுதந்திரமும் பிறக்கிறதும் பிறக்கிறதும் மூவண்ண கொடி இவன் வீட்டில் பறக்கிறதும். இரும்பு பறவை ஓட்டத்தான் தேர்வு ஒண்ணு எழுதுனா, இறுதி சுற்றில் தோத்துத்தான் சோகத்தில திரும்புனா. படிக்கணும்னு ஆர்வம் அவன ஆட விட்டு தூக்குச்சு, தோல்வி கூட வெற்றி தான் அன்னைக்கு தான் தோணுச்சு. புயலு காத்த எழுத்துக்கிட்டு மேக மேல ஏறிக்கிட்டு பருந்து ஒண்ணு பறந்திடத்தான் பார்த்து நின்னானே. பறவைங்க எல்லாம் மழைக்கு கீழே பருந்து மட்டும் மேக மேல மனசு உயர வாழ்க்கை உயரும் சாட்சி சொன்னானே. சேதித்தாடு போட்டவரே தலைப்பு சேதியான கதை, குடியரசு தலைவராகி குடியேற்றினது இந்த கதை. உலக நம்ம என்று பார்க்க தலை நின்று நாமணிக்க இளைஞரெல்லாம் விழிச்சு கனவு காண சொல்லும் இந்த கதை. குயிலில் குளிப்பது பொய் கனவு, வெயிலிரவில் விழித்திருக்க செய்வது கனவு, விழித்திருக்க செய்வதே கனவு, விழித்திருக்க செய்வதே கனவு, விழித்திருக்க செய்வதே கனவு.
A dream is not what you see in your sleep. A dream is something that does not let you sleep. Note this. Okay. Now, going back to our lesson, a little bit of it. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Many years ago, I wrote a poem called My Mother, which began with these lines. Sea waves,
Not
gold.
screen sharing, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We are able to.
Actually, okay. Actually, I did not take pictures of this. Okay, I mean, now that you have seen so many videos and things,
I'm
you
good.
can listen and follow me, I think. Because there is
Yes, ma'am.
nothing very difficult, particularly very difficult written here. Many years ago, I wrote a poem called My Mother, which began with these lines, he said. Sea waves, golden sand, pilgrim's faith, Rameshwaram Mosque Street, all merge into one, my mother. So he begins his chapter on his mother with a few lines which were written by Abdul Kalam in his poem My Mother. Now here he draws or paints a very beautiful picture of his mother. He says, if you combine the sea waves, just now you have seen the picture of Rameshwaram, the sea waves, the golden sand, plus the faith that is associated with that place for the pilgrims. It's a holy place for the Hindus especially. So he says, if you combine, the vastness of the sea, the bright and golden hues of the sand, and the faith that pilgrims associate with Rameshwaram, then he says, one picture emerges. Plus, you add up the Rameshwaram Mosque Street. When you merge all this, he says, you get one picture, and that is of my mother. Now, I tried to find his mother's picture all over the net, and I think in that documentary there was one family photo. Boys, that's not. When I did the fact check, I found that it was not the actual picture of his family. No, it's most of the websites it's mentioned that there are no pictures of his mother. She did not allow her pictures to be taken because she was a very religious woman. Anyway, we find her picture through Kalam's words. So these are the three lines, that pay a very rich tribute to his mother. And we know what a mother is. All of us have, a very special place for our mothers in our hearts. And for all of us, our mother is the most important person in our lives. And we can describe her in many different ways. Each one of us have a unique way of looking at our mother. But one thing is common, that we all love and respect our mothers beyond anything. My growing up years, which I now remember with such nostalgia, are suffused with the memory of Rameshwaram. He says, my childhood years, I now look back at those times with such nostalgia. What is nostalgia? Remembering your past. So they are totally filled up. Suffused means filled to the brim with the memory of only two people. That means there were only two people in my life all through my childhood. And who were they? The two people who were the center of my world then, my father and mother. Ours was a middle class family. My father had his own small business besides being the imam of the mosque. My mother Ashiyama came from a family, one of whom had sometime in the past been given the title of Bahadur by the British. Now, this was a title given to some of the noted families. So, his mother was from, a very reputed family, a noted family, and that's why she was a little financially also sound. Her family was financially sound. My mother was a gentle, down to earth, pious woman. She was a devout Muslim like my father. Now, he says, describing his mother further, he says, my mother was a gentle, devout person, down to earth, and a pious woman. She was very gentle, very soft, very humble. Down to earth, kehte hain, very humble. Somebody who doesn't think too high of herself or himself, and a very pure and religious woman. She was a devout Muslim, like my father. And when I think of her, I cannot but remember her saying namaz 5 times a day, bending and praying. The look on her face, one of extreme devotion and peacefulness. She had a large family to look after, and that was where most of her energy went. Our family consisted of my siblings and I, as well as our relatives, like my grandparents and my uncles, all of whom lived in the same house. That means theirs was a joint family. Providing for everyone was always a stretch on the resources. That means those were the post-war days. You have read, I think, in your class 10 also, you had a small essay about him. So during the war days, there was a lot of shortage of everything. And he says, even resources were very limited. It was not a time of plenty for anyone, least of all for us. We had a good steady income from my father's business, his coconut groves and ferry business, but that just about covered our expenses. And there was never any question about indulging in luxuries. So he says, we led a very simple life. We never had any luxuries. And in one of his writings, he says, all his father did was to make sure that they had comfortable place to sit and study. Apart from that, there was no other luxury that was offered to them. Now, boys, I think the other section has a class now. So we'll stop here today and inshallah continue tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry.
Any writing work you will not give?
Right away, no, beta, because writing tasks are, very few in your exam. You have to write answers and annotations that we will discuss after we have done, finished the portion.
Okay, ma'am.
And then the grammar part, it's only, objective type. So when we are doing grammar, I'll share some worksheets with you, or if you can get our college material, then you can practice in that, and that should be more than enough. Okay. Let's try to make our prose and poetry as interesting as possible, because there is nothing, not much writing work involved in the first
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Right. So inshallah, see you all next Thursday with my English class. But at the same time, 7:30, you will have your Arabic class on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So 3 days a week Arabic class, another 3 days it will be your English class. Clear to everyone?
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Chaliye, Allah Hafiz. See you.
Okay.
See you all from my side on
Hafiz.
Thursday.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.